Hey Trav. So today we're going to be talking about my 3 least favorite items that I took with me on the Appalachian Trail. So for the most part, I didn't have anything that I just hated, but there were some things that I probably wouldn't take again if I did a through hike, and a couple of things that were just like an annoyance. So we're going to get into it. So my first item is this Gossamer Gear Thin Light Foam Pad. As you can see, after almost 2,200 miles, it has fallen apart. I will say I saw people with this same pad and it wasn't in that bad of a shape. I think by me putting it, I would always roll it up and put it on the side of my pack. And I think if I had to take this again, which I don't think I would just fold it up basically like this and stick it under my bungee cord. And so this was one of those items that over time it just didn't seem like it was making that much of a difference because I would keep it underneath my sleep pad. So yes, this is my first, and you can see the bottom is, everything is kind of falling apart. So that's my first item, the Gossamer Gear Thin Light Foam Pad. The second one is my Montbell rain pants. And so I carried these until I sent my first batch of things back to my house. And to be honest, they were just too warm for me to hike in, even in the rain. They did not fall apart, and I don't have like any holes or anything, but this is just one of those items that I wouldn't take again. I would probably opt to take my umbrella. So this is my second item, the Montbell pants. And people will talk about the rain gear a lot as far as like it just being too hot. The jacket for me wasn't as bad, but when I would put these pants on, like it was just too much, and so I would sweat sometimes, and I ended up sending them back early. So that's my second least favorite item that I took with me. And then my last one, it's probably like a surprise maybe, but it was my cord that I would hang my bag with. I've tried a lot with this. So I would, as you can see, it's tangled. And that was one of the main reasons why it just was an annoyance to me every night. Now, what I would do was, in the morning, I would take my time sometimes and untangle it and put it into like a roll, but it still would get tangled. So I did have a friend tell me, towards the end, like get a pin and just like a spool, just wrap it up on that and put it in your bag. But yeah, this and listen, and at the end I just stopped even trying to untangle it. I would just keep it tangled and find a spot, which was this little area here was enough for me to hang my bag with. So these 3 items, were things that, I noticed throughout my through hike that were kind of like, I would give a second thought to taking them again. Obviously, something like this, I just need a better technique. And so those are my 3 least favorite items. The next video, I think we're going to get into just gear, going through the gear, clothes and electronics and things like that I took on the trail, what worked and what didn't work. And so I just wanted to kind of get my favorites and my least favorites out of the way. And so the next go round, we're going to talk about gear, and I do have your suggestions on some other videos. I am going to do a Q&A very soon, so you guys can ask me questions kind of live and get a different vibe from it. So love and hype.